The truth is, most men today will never experience real love. Not because women are broken, but because they are. And that includes the loudest guys in the red pill and manosphere space that have nothing to show for it. How many of those guys have you seen who have a good woman in their life, who they trust and love? Exactly. They talk about status, rotation, high value, and having options, but they don't understand love because they're not built for it and they are deceiving you. Which is why in today's video, I'm going to break down the three reasons why most men will never experience real love, especially the red pill guys. And if you come through that lens, or you've been heartbroken before, or you're going on the internet to learn about dating or relationships, you must have come across some of their topics, which, if you're in a vulnerable place, it can be very misleading. So let's get into it. Red pill has you chasing the wrong things. The modern manosphere tells you to go after status and options and to have multiple women in your life. They will tell you things that real love is a weakness because, according to them, women can't love you because they don't distinguish between good women and bad women. And remember, it's only hard to find a good woman if you're not a good man. The problem with these guys is because they are so bitter and hurt and wounded, all they see is every woman is bad. When obviously that's not the truth. If you flipped it, would it be fair for a woman to say that every woman on the planet, every man on the planet is bad? Of course not. There are good men and there are bad men. And if you had a daughter, you sure as hell would hope that she would avoid the bad ones. Right? Exactly. So with these red pill guys, they will tell you that loyalty is a trap, that emotions make you less of a man. But here's the truth. If you've bought into that, you've probably never actually felt love. Just ego, just lust, just survival and holding back. And deep down, that emptiness you feel, that's the evidence. And for all these guys who apparently want nothing to do with women and hate women and think women are all bad, they're still trying to find one. Funny how that works. So here are the three reasons that most men, especially those following red pill content, will fall into these traps, which is why they don't know what real love is. Number one is either you settled or she did. So you've dated a woman you weren't even that attracted to, right? She wasn't your type. Or you chased a woman who didn't actually find you attractive, which is worse. You convinced yourself that she was good enough, or that eventually you'd win her over, because ultimately you're going to tell that she's not really that into you. But if there's no desire, there's no polarity. And I don't care how much money you make, I don't care how much you bench, I don't care how attractive you think you look. All the status, all the money, all the gym bro stuff, it doesn't matter. If she looks at your face and doesn't see that you're attractive, you're not her type, she doesn't desire you, any of your masculine qualities, your confidence, your ambition, your grind, it means nothing to her. She needs to be attracted to you in the first place to even care enough to get to know you. In the same way, if I presented in front of you a girl who's a 10 out of 10, exactly your type, who's soft and feminine and sweet, and then another girl who's unattractive and feminine and sweet, who are you choosing? You're going for the 10 out of 10. Looks matter, and they don't just matter to men, they matter to women too. And these red pill guys will lie to you and tell you, oh, you can get any woman. BS. You can only get a woman that matches in your looks range. That's the bottom line. Love can't grow where attraction is missing. And most guys never experience real love because you're chasing after women that don't find you attractive. And you're trying to win them over with money or status, and you're getting gold diggers. Or women with low self-esteem, and they don't know what the hell they're doing. The second reason why most men will never experience real love is because they confuse conflict with passion. You get with a girl, maybe you find each other attractive, and this is what keeps you there. We've all seen cases like this. That one couple who breaks up 5 times and they get back together another 10. Those toxic relationships you see in movies as well. Classic. So what happens? You fight constantly, you argue every week, but you rationalize this is just how love works. You convince yourself that this tension meant fire, that this friction means passion. But all it really means is you're incompatible. And when you get with a woman whose belief system or lifestyle or what she really values is not aligned with what you value, you're never going to be able to bond deeper than on a physical level. So yes, looks do matter to get you in the door, but for that to truly be enjoyed, beyond you being masculine and beyond her being feminine, you have to be compatible. And when you try to make chaos feel like connection, it's not love, it's trauma. And a lot of men and women end up in situations like this. This is why these Red Pill guys will tell you, oh, you have to pull back and play these mind games to get her to respect you after she's disrespected you. Like, the fact that that is even a standard they have is sad. Because a good woman who desires you and is compatible and respects you, this wouldn't be happening. You wouldn't be arguing. You wouldn't be trying to fix or change each other. You wouldn't be trying to convince her to stay home and not go clubbing. You wouldn't be trying to tell her to give up her guy friends. If you had a good woman, you wouldn't have to. It would already come part of who she is. Clean, spotless, presentable. So, this is the second reason why. You don't understand what compatibility is. And this can have nothing to do with red flags. She could be a very sweet girl. In fact, she could be loyal and kind. But the problem is, if you and a woman don't see eye to eye on important issues in life, you can't grow together, you grow apart. And it inevitably is going to cause a breakdown in respect for each other. It's going to cause stress, it's going to cause friction, tension. You're going to be upset with each other. You might burst at each other emotionally and cause all these arguments. Okay, maybe you want kids and she doesn't. She feels guilty and you feel like you're missing something. Maybe you're a Christian and she's a feminist. You're just not right for each other. That's all it means. Doesn't mean she's a bad person or you are. But you typically ends up in arguing. And a lot of this drama. These relationships don't work. And number 3, the third and final reason why most men will never experience real love is for the common fact that they ignore the red flags. I say it all the time. She could be beautiful. You could convince yourself she's a sweet girl. But if she's disloyal and you have evidence, if she's disrespectful, secretive, mentally unstable, she plays games, tests your boundaries, leaves you second guessing your worth, takes from you, steals from you, doesn't not invest in the relationship, but you ignore all of that because she's hot or because you felt something, you think that you could fix her, or worse, that she'd change on her own, that's a recipe for failure. But real love doesn't demand you lose your peace to keep it. It builds peace with you. And that really is the third and final reason why. And my experiences when I was younger, dating the wrong women, it was always the same case. Red flag, you have a knowledge gap, you don't know what you're doing. There's a reason I teach and I do what I do here on YouTube for you guys. All the case studies I've had of men of different cultures, different ages, from their teens all the way up until in their 60s, I've had men reach out to me. And it's always the same stuff. When you look at their failed relationship or marriages, go tell me about the beginning. Red flag, red flag, red flag. It's that simple. A woman worth committing to doesn't have any. Raise your standards. So, with that said, I just need you to understand, Red Pill can't teach you this. You can't experience love if your whole identity is built on performance, control, and fear and tactics. Real love requires a few things. 1, chemistry. Attraction has to go both ways. 2, compatibility. Your lives, your values, and your visions must align. And last but not least, stability. There's got to be no red flags. No dysfunction, no games, no drama. Just a man and a woman who are both healed. You're honest and open about each other's pasts. You're willing to accept each other. And if you have any problems, you know how to work through them. And the Manosphere doesn't teach you how to build peace, only how to manage chaos. And as long as you're addicted to chaos, love will always feel boring to you. And I'm going to end it like this. When you're with the right woman, love doesn't feel like a game. It's peaceful. It's like a home. I absolutely love spending time with my woman. She is the best thing to happen to me. She brings me so much joy. I love spending my time with her. She's loyal without me needing to control her. She sacrifices for me. She respects me. She's kind to me. She's giving. She's nurturing. She's attentive to my needs. It's and that's what love is like. I really can't even put it into words. But when you have a good woman and the right ingredients are there, it brings you so much peace. It makes your life so much better. It makes you want to work harder. It makes you want to take care of her. You only have eyes for her. It's fantastic. And if you want to experience that, you just need to raise your damn standards. So most men, especially those hiding behind red pill ideologies, are never going to feel that because your ego's too big. You value materialistic status over real connection. And you have fear over faith. And you're lusting. If you hear a guy tell you that women aren't worth loving, they're wrong. They're just not ready to love a woman the right way. And they've turned bitterness into belief systems. And now, even when a good woman shows up, they can't even recognize her. But here's the truth. Love will not reveal itself to a man who clings to fear and control. It reveals itself to a man who leads himself with strength, humility, and standards. I say it all the time. It's only harder to find a good woman if you're not a good man. You get what you are. The quality of woman you have is always a reflection of you. Your standards are not what you think up in your head, it's what you get, and it's what you are. It's what you tolerate. If you keep attracting crap women into your life, you're responsible for that. Change it, you're not a tree. So ask yourself, are you really living, or are you just coping behind content? Because when you stop performing, when you stop proving, when you stop chasing this red pill high, this is when you can become the kind of man who can experience real love. And that's what I teach here on Relearning Relationships. So if you want to learn to lead, heal, build, and you want to attract peace, I recommend you join my Relearning Relationship community. I'll leave a link down below. Sadly, most men will never get it, but you can.